Good evening, everybody, and welcome along once again to One Hub Racing, sponsored by Next Level Racing. This is season 14, round number 5 here in Barcelona for the Spanish Grand Prix, and this is a prestige tier. And you recognise me? Yes, I'm back again. Guess who's back again? I'm commentating twice tonight, but I'm not alone, thank goodness. I am joined once again by Liam. Welcome back, Liam.
Thanks, Jess. It's good to be here. I wasn't expecting it to be so last minute, but you never know when things what will happen these days. Crazy.
Exactly. Things happen, unfortunately. Alex has been unwell for the past couple of hours, so he is not commentating tonight, but he'll be back next week, fingers crossed, so he can recover and stuff, so get better soon, and hopefully the drivers will still bring an entertaining race. No grid walk this week, because I found out last minute as well, so I literally didn't have time to get drivers for grid walk, so, you know, so it's literally just going to be, we're going to go straight to the race in a minute. But first of all, we'll go through the drivers' standings as of, we'll go as of last week, because RRT Louis won Baku last week. He was back to winning form again, which was great to see. But it's actually VSR Wayne who takes the championship lead by 4 points. And what I've noticed is the prestige tier has been a lot closer than previous seasons. So a load of people will be fighting for the titles. So we got Wayne on 62 points in the Mercedes. We got Louis in the McLaren on 58 points. We got Odems in the Red Bull on 51 points. We've got Onyx in the Williams. Onyx can't be there tonight on 35 points. We've got Paris with 33 points in 5th place. Blizzard in the Red Bull with 30 points. Mark SB in the Ferrari, 26 points. Matt Tibos, he got P2 last week with 23 points. He's in 8th place. Chapolini in 9th place. He got another good result last week as well. And 10th place, we've got Midnight in 15 points. 11th, Nick with 13. 12th, Samster with 8. 13th, Matt with 7 points. And the rest of the drivers yet to score. And Brett on -4 points due to the penalty that he has got in the pre-season race in Belgium, which he still hasn't made up yet. Right. Before we also start the stream, I'm going to mention we've got 2 new drivers in the prestige tier, because we had 2 drivers that left this week. So I forgot who was in the Ferrari to begin with, but replacing the person in the Ferrari is Super Guy NL, and I've commentated on before, and he is really quick on this game. I think he's another person to find his feet a little bit, and it'll be interesting to see how well he does today, and if we can match up to the top guys. And also in the Toro Rosso. Who's in the Toro Rosso, Liam?
Oh, great. I think it's 2 secs. I'm not prepared at all, sorry.
Wait, let me get the photo. I'm literally got so many things on my phone, it's ridiculous. But it's not loading. There we go. It is Sem 12 2004 who's replacing Owen in the Toro Rosso. So I haven't heard him before, so I don't know what to expect. So, again, it's another blow in the dark, and we will see how well he does as well. I don't think any of these 2 guys are here tonight, though. So, oh well, that's kind of a waste of us talking about them. But at least you now know that we've got 2 new drivers replaced. And we've got 16 drivers here tonight, which is not too bad for Prestige, which is good. And hopefully we'll see something similar to China, where we get all 16 drivers finish the race. I wonder, Liam, will we achieve that tonight?
Depends, really. I don't know. I think it's definitely possible around here. It's not as bad as Baku. Spain's a lot more of an open track, but still easy to make a few mistakes around that can make you spin out or, don't know, make a mistake that costs you some time.
Yeah, there is a few. I think there'll be a few people that might make a few mistakes, but there'll be a few people that will be more consistent. Now, the drivers are readying up. Hopefully, Liam has put spectators. Yes, he has. That's good. So we haven't had any wet races in Prestige at all this season. I think it's one of the tiers where it hasn't been affected by rain at all. And Spain is always dry as a bone, so apart from a few races I've seen in F1 2019. So we're just waiting for the lobby to start, and I predict it's going to be close between Rain, Louis, and possibly Odems again. Odems is going to probably hope it's going to be dry, and he didn't like Baku last week from what I saw from tweets earlier on. And it is looking very overcast at the moment. So I think it's going to be dry for quali, but it might rain at the end. I don't know. We've seen the game throw out huge things, huge surprises, but we'll see. So we've seen people in Precision when I was commentating. I wasn't watching Pinnacle because obviously I was staying up in Prestige. Most people were opting for the hard to medium strategy or the medium to hard strategy, with a few people doing soft to hard. But I wonder, after seeing what happened in the other tiers, would people try hard to mediums, do you think, Liam?
Depends really. I think those outside the top 10 will try it, and then maybe some in the top 10 will try it, but I think most of the front runners will be starting on mediums and going with the optimal strategy, probably.
So I'm guessing a few people will go on the hards to start with to get their banker laps in and then go on the mediums afterwards. We've got Midnight in the racing point on a lap at the moment. Well, he's the first one out of the grid to go out. And literally everyone, quite a lot of people are going out now. Literally loads of people going out right now. Wow. I
think it might be raining later on then.
Yeah, I think so as well. I am going to check the chat as well, just so it gives me an idea. But, yeah, if loads of people go out at once, that's usually a sign that rain is on the way. But everyone's either on the softs or on the hards. So I assume it's going to be a dry start anyway, to the race. And I can already see the clouds starting to darken a bit as well. So, yeah,
I'll have a quick nosy at the chart for you.
Yeah, I think Midnight did the right thing going out first, because he got clean air and he's able to get a good lap in, and he could.
I think Lewis is the one on the first lap, and yes, he's coming through the final corner.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, he is as well. No, he's not. He's turn 12. Oh no, it's Lewis.
He's on the final lap. Yeah.
Oh, it's Lewis, not Louis. Right. Excuse me. Right, so let's go on board with Lewis actually and go on board on the hot lap. So he just goes past turn 1 and turn 2. It's the yellow flag in centre 3, but ignore that for the moment. Going to the right hand a little bit on. Let me get the telemetry up. There we go. And I've seen Brettster that's gone off a little bit there. That's probably haven't helped him much. Going to turn 4 and 5. Going to the right a bit to get the best possible exit into turn 6, and then approaching turn 7 using all the ERS possible here on this straight then, and approaching turn 7 and 8 now. That is where we've seen a lot of people get caught out in Precision and also other tiers as well. 9 and 10 then, DRS flap wide open, get the power in, then go way down to second to approach turn 11, and then to the very tricky turn 12, which, Lewis almost made a mistake there, but he was able to keep going. And then going to turn 4, approaching turn 14, and then turn 15, a little bump there. Ooh, that was close. But anyway, Lewis is going to come across the line now to set the first time on the board, and it is going to be a 1:19.7 on the hard compounder tyres. And I do believe Midnight is on a lap as well. Brettster's going to move out of the way. I don't think that's going to help Midnight. I don't know. 1:19.1. Actually, it does help him. He gets but Paris on pole. Yeah, we are starting to see faster lap times from the guys that have been on a bit longer, but we'll see anyway. And there's a lot of people on the softs going into the pits though, so they might have bottled it a little bit. But the person that hasn't bottled it is Louis. 1:18.9 already on the soft tyres. So he's proven to show why he's one of the best in this tier.
I'm just having a nosy in the chat quickly to see if there's anybody's saying if there's any rain or not.
I'm gonna check the Prestige chat, but I I think I'm just gonna let it to be a surprise, to be honest, because I think
I just had to put a message out in the stream chat asking anybody who's watching.
yeah, you never know, or they might want to shock us. You never know. But a Mark Espiavno on the hard tires, 118.7. That is pretty impressive off the bat as well. He could be a contender for pole as well. Odem's in the pits. I won't follow him. Brettster, he's going to go to the pits as well after his accident earlier on as well. And I was looking for stewards inquiries for the Prestige tier, and we had no stewards inquiries for the Prestige tier last week. So, yeah, no penalties applied apart from Matt Tibos, who has had 5 seconds added to the Baku race time due to readying up too early. So that's the only penalty being given by the Prestige tier last time about. Everyone else seemed to be alright and not reporting anything. So, but I'm quite surprised on that one because Baku, there was a lot of incidents, but I don't think it wasn't as many incidents as other tiers. So, I'm wondering, Liam, who do you think is the favourite? You think is the favourite for the win today?
Well, to be honest, I've got to go with one of the championship leaders. I say it's either going to be Louis, Wayne, or Odems possibly for pole, and then I think it'll be an interesting fight to see who comes out for the win.
Yeah, because I remember last time there was a massive fight for the win in Baku as well between those lot. They were so close, and they're already so close in the championship. It's been the closest Prestige season I've seen in a long while, which is good. It's not just 2 people fighting for the championship. There's about 5 or 6 fighting for the championship already, which is good to see. And Blizzard is on a lap. Yeah, I think he might be going out for another one. Quite a lot of people going on 2 laps on the hards, but you can do that around this circuit. And I've just been informed it is going to be dry, both for quali and race apparently. So
okay, so I think we're just getting an overcast session, and I did have a look at the standings for you, and the top 3 are separated by 11 points between the top 3 in the Drivers' Championship.
If that's going to be close pretty much for the whole season, then bring it on, I must say. Because, to be honest, I don't know how Alex does it every week, commentating by himself. I would just die. But obviously he's one of the best commentators around on PS4. So, he does it well. So anyway, I think we've got Samster on the lap. We've got one of the Red Bulls on the lap. I think that's Blizz. No, it's Odo's right behind Samster. I think Samster is looking for much better results compared to the last few races. But I do remember in Bahrain he had a really good. He was battling for so many positions at the start of the race, and then he had a huge bottle and collected a few other cars, which pretty much ended their race. And he's done a bottle there, and he's done a bottle there. I jinxed him there, and Samster, I do apologise, but he's still 8. So
commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse there. I think I've done a few commentators' curses tonight, so not going to say anything more. Blizzard,
off goes Odems.
Off goes Odems, and Blizzard had his lap time invalidated as well. And Kian is retired from the session. So I don't know why. He might have had enough, or he's probably retired or something like that. So we'll see. Odem's just going through 5 and 6 now. I'm just going to see. I didn't see what his fastest time was in Sector 1, but he's one of those guys where he's looking quicker. And VSR Wayne, 118.7, goes fastest as well. Our championship leader, of course, in the Mercedes, as Odems goes through the tricky DRS straight, going into turn 10 and 11. Then does he?
Oh,
he gets so committed there.
From Mark Espy with an 18.4.
Yeah, Mark Espy responded to that like, God knows. Like Wayne was like 118.7, and Mark Espy says, "No, I could do better than that, and I could do a 118.4." And Paris has gone 118.4 as well by 60 thousandths of a second. But let's see what Odems could do across the line now. Here he comes, and it is a 118.7. Oh, the top 4 are so close. I'm just looking at the gaps now. Let me just get fitted for a minute. Top 4 separated by 3 tenths, and the top 2 separated by 50. I've miscalculated. That was 50,000, not 60,000. So, sorry about that. But anyway, wow. Very impressive. But we haven't seen what Louis is capable of yet. He is not up there at the moment, but I'm guessing he's doing a bit...
Now, I think.
He's doing a bit of sandbagging at the moment, I think. And then when it gets to the end, that is when he can start putting the party up and he won't be using up much of his tyres. Because you've got to conserve ERS here. It's like a very demanding ERS track as well.
Yeah, Spain's very demanding on the ERS. I discovered earlier that if you leave it in, even if you leave it in standard for too long, your ERS drains quite a bit, so you need to be constantly looking out for your ERS around this track.
You got to make sure, because one moment, I know in Spain, I realised I was on hot lap mode for my in-lap, and I was like, oh no, I'm not meant to be like that, and that costed me precious time. Oh, Lewis almost collided into Louis there. That would have been a massive shunt, but he moved out of the way just in time there. But that is not going to be good for Lewis, as I think he's got damage. So we have to... Oh, his tyres look... You can see the back of his tyres. It looks awful. Oh, he spinned it again, and he's out of qualifying.
Just caught the end of that there. Not too sure what happened, but Louis coming through the last chicane now on his flying lap as he's going to come up towards the line. Let's see what time he sets. What is it? It's a 1 minute 18.0. What a lap.
So I guess he was sandbagging last lap to make sure he could save time this lap, and I was right. So we've got a fight on our hands and full temps as well. Pretty impressive. I am expecting 116s for this tier. It is a top tier in one hub, and I know they can do it. So we shall see. But because I think Louis is close to the 117s, because 118 on the hards, that's just impressive. So he could do a 117 on the mediums. I'm sure he could do a 116 on the softs, but I don't think he wants to go to the softs, I don't think. So 117s might be what he's aiming for and what most people are aiming for at the moment.
Yeah, I think the 117s is a fair bet for these guys, considering they're in the 18s on hards, low 18s on hards. I'm not too sure what the gap is between the hards and the mediums, but I think the mediums are quite a bit quicker. Like, I'd say about 5 or 6 tenths, maybe more, so could see these guys in the low 17s possibly.
Yeah, possibly. I think they just got to find some oomph and give it their all, and then they'll get there. But Spain, Louis cut the corner, but that's all right. He's going to the pits. He wants to get to the pits in time. Chapalili set to 3. Is he? No, he's going. A lot of people are going into the pits, and it's looking like Liam that the conditions are getting better. I'm seeing more sun. I'm seeing the clouds starting to go. Well, not go, but get brighter. So, yeah, no rain expected, which is. I don't think
that's always good for those guys.
I don't think we've seen any rain in any of the tiers tonight.
We have, but there was rain in qualifying for the podium tier.
Oh, was it? No, I'm talking about the race.
Alright, no, I don't think there was any rain in the race for any of them.
I haven't seen Pinnacle. I haven't seen Pinnacle. I don't know what Pinnacle was in the race.
I'll quick look for you.
While you do that, we've got on board with AJ as well. He's 8-10. 8-10's on the hards. Oh, he spinned it as well. He's out of the session too. Oh, that is another weird place to bin it, I must say. Turn 6. I've never seen people bin it there. That's an odd place. I think he might have lost it going downhill or something like that. But, yeah. So he's out. So 3 people already out of qualifying. And Blizzard is up into P4. He managed to get a lap in, which I didn't see. As he is going to cross the line. He's going to go into the pits as well. How about Paris? Paris is all. Look at Paris. He was so much faster that last lap. So, and he is looking ever so quick. 1/10 quicker on his previous best, which will put him potentially P3 or stay P3 or potentially be Odems. So, I think one of the dark horses this season, I've got to say, Liam, has got to be Paris, I've got to say. He has surprised me quite a lot, but he has done ever so well to match Odems, Louis, Blizzard and Wayne this season so far.
Yeah, he certainly looks to have the pace to match these two guys. He's 6 tenths up in the middle sector, so let's see what time he sets when he comes across the line at the end of the final sector. He looks to have it all nice and smooth coming into the last couple of corners where it starts off nice and wide and tightens up quite a bit. Coming through the chicane and out of the final corner, gets a good run up towards the line. Not taking much curve on the exit, comes across the line and it's a 17.5 from Para.
It looked quick. It looked very quick. He found so much time that last sector that, you know, I was expecting him to be as quick as he was. So 117.5 on the mediums is going to be tough to beat. But Louis, Odems and Blizzard, possibly Wayne as well. Wayne just need to find massive amounts of time to do that. Now looking at fitted, Wayne has set his best lap time on the hards and he's going on the mediums next for his last stint. So is Samster. And pretty much everyone apart from Paris set their best lap time on the hards and they're going on the mediums at the moment. No one's going on the softs. So everyone is going to do a one-stop medium to hard strategy or hard to mediums, which is what I was expecting in this tier. And luckily they didn't prove me wrong. So that is good to see as Samster is about to start a lap. Pretty much everyone's going to start a lap right now as Mark SB. He is going to go up the first corner as well. He could be a threat as well. He could be in a dark horse.
Quick. Yeah, I would be surprised. They're all quick guys, but he was quick, so he done pretty well earlier to get ahead of Samster. So let's see what he does on these mediums. He's a 10th up in the first sector, so keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
See about Samster. He's also 2.5 tenths up.
Oh, as we got yellow flag, but that's the Haas of Bretster, I think, moving out of the way.
Yeah.
And we got Lakitu back. He was back from Hockenheim, I believe. I'm not sure he was here last week or not, but Lakitu's back this week. So, yeah, it's nice to have him back, and he's 11th at the moment. But anyway, Samster, I don't think he's faster this lap at the moment. I think he's lost a bit of time. Oh no, nope, he's not. He is quicker than this previous best. Forget what I just said, guys. I'm not good at predicting.
Paris is gone, by the way.
Oh,
Paris is retired. Yeah,
Paris is retired. I'm not sure if he's binned it or if he thinks that a 117.5 is all right for him.
176 from Nick, and then a 176.
Oh, a time to flying. Matt out of nowhere, and Sam as well. Time are going by very quickly. Paris P1, Nick P2, Mark SB P3, Matt P4. So look at those times coming in. They're separated by
Louis and Odems are very close together in the last sector.
Yeah, I agree with that. They're on their outlaps at the moment though. So if you're just watching, if you just joined us from Pinnacle, hello. Welcome.
Just slowing up now.
Welcome to the very last moments of qualifying for the Prestige tier. And I think, judging by what qualifying goes, I'm looking forward to this race. And the checker flag is about to drop. I'm going to see if anyone's going to cross the line. Blizzard, I think, is going to be the last person to cross the line.
It could be Wayne.
Oh, it could be Wayne, actually. Yep, no, it's Wayne, actually.
I just had a quick nosy at the running order. It's going to be Louis, then Odems, then Blizzard, then Wayne. In that order across the line.
Okay, I need to write this down. So Louis, Odems, Blizzard, then Wayne. So yeah. So we'll keep it close. So we'll go on board with Louis. Oh, I don't want that. Thank you. I'll go on board with Louis first. He goes past sector 2 now. Oh, and Mark SB disqualified from session from blocking from the pit lane. I don't know what to judge.
In the pits.
I don't know how to judge that, to be honest, Liam. So, you know, so he's going to be starting for the back. And Lakitu's 4th at the moment. So I think Nick can't do any better. Matt can't do any better. Let's follow Louis. And then we're going to go to Odems. Louis comes across the line now. Can he snatch pole from Paris? Yes, he does. But what about Odems? He's coming across the line now. Can he do any better? No. 3rd. Next, Blizzard. He comes across the line. He's 2nd. The only person that could do it is Wayne. Oh, has he done it? 11th?
No, I think he got invalidated. I think Wayne's been invalidated that lap.
was the biggest shock of qualifying. Championship leader in 11th place. I was not expecting that.
Neither was I, to be honest, but I think this is going to spice the race up quite a bit. We're watching Wayne come through the field to try and see if he can catch up to the likes of Louis and Blizzard. I wasn't expecting Odems to maybe be on the front row. Surprised to see him almost 5/10 off Louis and Paul.
So let's go through the results. So we got Louis from Blizzard, then Paris, Odems, Nick, Matt, Lakitu, Shapalili, Samster, Midnight, Wayne, Bredster, AJ, Lewis, Kian and Mark Espy. And it was closer towards the end of qualifying, but when Louis set that lap, he dominated and he was 3/10 clearer than the rest of the field. That is pure godness, I must say. Before we start qualifying, I'm just going to remind you that we are sponsored by Next Level Racing. Don't forget the champion on all 4 tiers, the driver's champion, including this one, will get themselves a rig provided by Next Level Racing. And also, if you want to buy Next Level Racing products yourself, you will get a discount code, which I believe is OneHub10 or something like that. I will check. I will check that, but you will get a discount code from Next Level Racing if you decide to get your rig for your One Hub races, or for any races, in fact. So I do recommend you check that. So the race is about to begin. Well, we're about to go on the formation lap, and we will find out soon, Liam. What tyres will people outside the top 10 choose to go on?
Okay, let's see then. Let's get the telemetry up.
Oh, okay. We've got Wayne and Bredster and AJ on the hards. Lewis, Keane and Mark on the medium. So pretty much an even split. And obviously everyone on the top 10, they have to start on the tyre that they set their fastest lap on, which is mostly the mediums. No soft to be found. So I don't think anyone will be using the softest race unless there's a shunt and people will have to go for fastest lap. But at the moment, the softs are just basically in the garage, not being used, and probably very shiny as well.
Yeah, the softs are definitely not the best tyre for this track, because the tyre wear around Spain is simply too high for the softs. Might be able to stretch them like 6 to 9 laps maybe if you're lucky, and then get harsh for the end of the race, but I'm not too sure. But if you did do that, your tyres would definitely be gone.
Yes, they would go. Pff. So they don't last very long. I tried a soft stint around here when I was practicing, and I pretty much regretted it. But it was only during practice, and then the race I just did mediums to hards, and it worked fine. But I was way off the pace anyway, so it kind of didn't matter. But anyway, Louis is leading the field from the formation lap, and then it's Blizzard. It's nice to see Blizzard back up in P2 on the front row. We haven't seen this often, but when we do see it, it's good. Oh, Paris has binned it on the formation lap. That is not good. That's not going to do his tyres any good, I must say. But yeah, I think, like I said in the talk show, Blizzard is starting to find a bit more form again. And I can tell he's had a lot of practice with his teammate Odems, sharing setups. But that's what you do as teammates. You want teammates to succeed, and also you want yourself to succeed. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see if there are any team orders that come into play as well.
Yeah, I think Blizzard and Odems usually get on pretty well, and they've been teammates for a while now in One Hub, so I think they're used to sharing setups and that with each other, just giving each other those little bit of tips to help them each other out, just to get them that little bit quicker.
Okay, we are about to get underway for the start, and the lights are taking a long time to come on. I swear they've done that every tier so far. But anyway, the 5 red lights are coming on, the engines are revving. Are we ready? Yes, we are. And it is lights out. And away we go. And it is a pretty decent start from Louis. But Blizzard almost had a good start as well. And Paris is going to try and get a jump. Oh, and Bredster's almost lost it positions already. But is anyone going to make it clean into turn 1? I'm looking at the back of the field. We've got a McLaren that is lagging of Kian. But Lakitu is almost dropped positions there. But he's under pressure from that as well. But looks like no carbon fibre damage at the moment, which is good to see. All making it clean, and so far everyone's all right. And we've got Blizzard chasing down Louis for first place, and Samster has made up 2 positions as well. Oh, and the Ferrari and Mark Espy almost lost it. Oh, and we've got a Haas of AJ that's lost it as well. Oh, we got a racing point of Shapalili and Samster. So, Samster's lost it, Shapalili's lost it. And we got Toro Rosso of Lewis and Matt. So Matt's lost it as well. What is going on with those three? As I know...
Francis having another bit of bad luck, it looks like. He's had another bad incident, caught up with a good few guys back here. So it could get interesting, see what happens to these guys now, see if they won't play anything risky with the strategy. They're just going to keep going on and push through the effect that's all on the time.
It could become very intriguing for Samster, and Matt was on for a very good start, but unfortunately the pressure just got to him at the moment. But meanwhile, Odems is chasing Paris like a hawk. Oh, he made contact with Paris. Hopefully neither of them had damage in any way, but looks like they're alright. But maybe Nick can catch up to them as well. Matt will have to go into the pits. He's probably going for a fresh set of the medium rubber, because obviously hards don't make it to the end of the race if you pit now. I have seen punches on hard tyres. Hards are not the best race tyre, but they do take a while to warm up here, but we'll have to wait and see, as the gap is quite close up front. Meanwhile, person to avoid the trouble on lap 1 is Wayne. He's already up into 8th place from 11th, so he's gained 3 positions already. So four positions. So he is on a charge of the field, and he could be doing a Max Verstappen right now.
Yep, and looks like Louis been overtaken by Blizzard for the lead here. I'm not sure what's happened there, I missed that.
That must have been...
Blizzard now has the lead.
That must have been, I think, through turn 10 or 11, I'm not sure, but DRS is not open yet. But Louis is going to have another go soon as well. He's going to... the no DRS detection point until turns 9 and 10, but Louis is going to get the inside. Blizzard to the outside. Is Blizzard going to hold on? No, he doesn't. Louis is going to gain the lead, but for how much longer? Blizzard is going to get the switchback, surely. And what a good exit. Good entry from VSR Blizzard, but Louis is going to be on the challenge again. He's going to get the outside. What can he do now? He's going to be side by side into turn 5. Paris and Odems are going at it as well. This is like Bahrain all over again. Oh my word, this is sensational stuff. But Blizzard and Louis are going to challenge again. I think Louis is just about to go onto the lead. Still going side by side. I think they're fighting for DRS. Both Paris and Odems are going to have DRS. But let's follow Louis first over Blizzard, as Samster's out on the session. Not sure what happened there, but great defensive line from Blizzard. But Louis is going to try it again. They look so ambitious on that. I don't know how they do it. When I try and move around turn 12, it's just literally impossible. As we're running on board with Paris. We're getting a very good view from Paris' perspective of both Louis and Blizzard fighting for pretty much the lead of this race. Paris is going to get DRS, so is Odems, but let's go on Blizzard versus Louis then. Can Blizzard get the run into turn 1 that he desperately needs?
Yes, he does.
That's easily done there. Easily done from VSR Blizzard there, and he takes the lead. You can see a train from P1 all the way up into P5. So pretty much Nick is also in this battle as well. And we've got Paris as well. Is he going to challenge Louis for P2? Is Louis going to be under pressure a little bit? No, not quite. Literally, the top 2 are pretty much showing why they have a class of its own at the moment. Here we go. Just Matt set the fastest lap so far, but we're not going to worry too much about that. Is Louis going to get the DRS? I think he's a little bit too fast. No, but he's not going to challenge for a move right now. But what about Paris versus Odems? Odems is right on the back of Paris that lap, so maybe he could be on the charge as well, and perhaps Paris could be stuck in a Red Bull sandwich if he's not careful.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I never know what happened. Maybe Odems will get past at the end of the straight, but I think Louis will be back in the lead by the end of the straight. And I've also noticed that if you take a look at the camera, the cinematic camera from Louis, you can see the entire top 8 in one camera shot. They're all separated by like about 4 seconds.
This is prestige for you, Louis. He's going to try it again into turn 1. But this time he gets the inside and he does it. Great move from Louis. Can Blizzard challenge? Meanwhile, Shapalili up into 9th place, overtaking AJ. But the battle for the lead is, I think, more important at the moment. So Blizzard is gaining. He's matching the pace of Louis right now. So we'll see what happens. Paris is also matching as well. Literally, any one of those guys can make a mistake, and literally any other of the guys can go in it at the moment. So here comes so I don't think Paris is going to do it. Can Odems do it? Midnight's closer to a Nikito as well. So maybe Midnight can see if he could get past the Nikito. I don't know. It is hard to follow who's to follow at this moment. But we'll see as Lakitu tries to break Slipstream. So does Midnight from Rain behind. Wayne's 2 seconds behind this lot though. So I don't think he's going to catch up. But if more of these guys battle, he will catch up soon. Because the more you battle, the more the guys behind will start to catch up. Which is not what you want.
No, that definitely isn't what you want. You want to stay as far ahead of the guys behind as possible. You don't want them being in your DRS so they can capitalise on your mistakes or your lack of pace in the straights. As we've got Blizzard going for it on Louis again, trying to go around the outside into turn 1. Will they get the move? No, Louis has the track position still. I had the space on the lead on the track going into turn 1, and around turn 3. Still not close enough to Louis to get a move done, but about Paris is still sticking ahead of Odems as well.
Yeah, he is. Paris doing very well. And I'm just going to see who has gained the most positions out of lap 1. Mark Espy has gained 6th. So well done to him, but also another... So Wayne has gained 3, Midnight has gained 3, Lakitu's gained 1, AJ has gained 2, and Kian has gained 2. Louis, Blizzard, Paris, Odems, Nick have stayed in their position. So has Brett, and so has Lewis. Matt and Shapalili have dropped positions. Blizzard is catching up once again. This could be his moment. If Blizzard doesn't do it this lap, maybe Paris could be has a chance to pounce as well. Constructors' points are also at stake here. It's not just about the Drivers' Championship. It's also about the Constructors. Here we go then. I think Odems is very close to Paris that lap. But Paris is really trying to bait the slipstream. So here comes Odems. Is he going to try? He's going to try and go to the outside. Paris backs off from the inside. Very well defended from him. And looks like Odems is going to stay P4, but he's still keeping up with him. Advantage of being on those mediums, you can push to about lap 12 and not having to worry about pitting until then. Ones on the softs, like we've seen in the last few tiers, they had to pit really early, around about lap 9 and lap 10. So it proves to be a bit costly for some of those drivers. But for the ones on the mediums, I think it's proved to have gone very well.
Just looking at the gaps here now, looks like Blizzard and Louis are trying to pull away a bit from Paris and Ford. So these two really showing that they're in a class of their own at the moment. Odems would surely will be desperate to get past Paris so he can catch up to these two and put the pressure on for the lead.
I think Odems is looking really faster, and he's worried that Paris might hold him up, but I don't know. But Paris is looking so much faster on the straights, but Odems is gaining a lot more speed on the corners, so potentially that's probably why Odems is not gaining as much on Paris at the moment. Just look at the way Paris is pulling away at the moment.
Yep, Paris just pulled out, I don't know, about 3/10 on Odems through that final set, through that last corner, a couple of corners alone. As Blizzard's still unable to get past Louis from first. He's just too far back, it looks like.
Yeah, looks like so.
The dirt air is going to cost him quite a bit.
We got yellow flag in sector 1. Who is that? Oh, it's a McLaren of Kian. He's binned it. He's lost his front wing. He's going to... Oh, careful. Oh, that was so close. Luckily, he ghosted. If he didn't ghost, that would have ended in tears for both Kian and Lewis. And Lewis would have not been a happy bunny as well. So, yeah, good on Kian for ghosting like that, because otherwise it would have ended in disaster. But anyway, that was the cause of the yellow flag. Gap still about 4/10 between Blizzard and Louis. It is no sign of stopping at the moment. This is going to get very feisty coming up here. And I wonder if the Red Bulls might try for the undercut. We got another yellow flag in centre 2. It's Keane again, and he's out. He's retired from the session. So that makes a second retirement. So we've got one Renault and one McLaren. So not good for the Renault powered cars at the moment.
Odem's dropped the back end coming out of the final corner.
That's lost a bit of time. We've got Nick's going to challenge for P4 now. Nick's going to get the inside line. He's got DRS. Oh! Odems. That was close, but he defended well. He responded quite nicely there, and he stays 4th. But he has lost so much time to Paris after that back end mistake that Nick has catched up to him.
Paris is on the back of Blizzard there, so and Brett picks up a penalty for, I don't know, maybe track extending, but
yeah, I think
looking at the gaps, Paris is closer to Louis than Louis. No, Paris is closer to Blizzard than Blizzard is to Louis at the moment.
Yeah, I think so. And none of these guys have penalties at the moment, so it is every man for themselves at the moment. But some of these guys, they're just taking it cautious, because I know that Spain does bring out a lot of penalties if they're not careful.
Yeah, Spain's quite bad at the track for penalties.
Pretty much every track on this game is bad for penalties on this game.
Some tracks are worse than others, in my opinion. Baku, it's pretty hard to get penalties around for like corner cutting and track extending, simply because there aren't many corners to cut. Same with Monaco.
Well, apart from the tunnel, after the tunnel section in Monaco.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst part of Monaco for corner cutting.
I hate that corner. Absolutely hate that corner. But anyway, enough about Monaco. That's next week. More about the race, as Paris has dropped a little bit from Blizzard. So I think Blizzard is closer to Louis that lap. I think the tyres are starting to degrade for the medium runners. The key to it is catching up to Nick. They're just not budging at the moment. I think, like we said earlier, as the stewards pointed out earlier, the main points to talk about in overtaking is turn 1, the trickiest ones to overtake. Turn 7, mainly because of the traction through the exit of turn 7 through 8. And obviously turn 9 and 10 is where we could see a few potential overtakes. That's it. And I think most people are going to wait for overtakes until these guys go into the pit lane. They're still pretty close though, the top 6.
Yeah, Odems is now back on the rear end of Paris. The top 7 are still... The top 8 are now separated by 2. Hang on 2 seconds. They're now separated by 6 seconds. The top 7 separated by 4. Top 5 alone separated by 2.5, with Lakitu not far behind them.
Oh, we've got Louis and Blizzard then, both in the pit centre. Neither of them trying the undercut then, which is quite surprising. I thought Odems would pit first to cover for Blizzard, but no. I do believe... I did see in the precision that someone tried the overcut and it worked very well. So it's kind of like even Steven. Sometimes the undercut works, sometimes the overcut works. But, yeah. So I'm not
it just depends really on the tyre wear levels around each track. Like, say you're around Russia or something, I'd say the overcut's more powerful.
Canada definitely undercut by far.
Yeah.
Because the pit lane in Canada is so short that you're gonna. It's probably one of the shortest on the calendar, that you're almost certain gonna do that. So. But
yeah, I agree with you on that.
But what happened to Blizzard? The pit stop. Louis did a really great pit stop. The gap now is 1.1. So Blizzard lost a bit of time in that pit. Yeah, I think he is, which is unfortunate because he doesn't want Paris or Odem to get past him. So I know Odem.
Sorry.
Oh, Paris goes into the pits for the undercut. So Odem stays out then. I thought Odem was going to follow Paris, but no. This is going to be very crucial. But let's see where Paris goes now. Blizzard, let me just get tyres actually. Tyres. We've got... Ooh. As we've got Paris in. Paris is in obviously. Louis comes across the line now. He's basically pretty much everyone's on the hards at the moment. And I think... Louis is ahead of Paris by quite a comfortable margin. And so is Blizzard.
Not far behind Blizzard.
Yeah,
not far behind them.
Yeah, not that far behind. So yeah, Blizzard must have lost a huge chunk of time there. So Paris could still be on for a net P2 here. And I think Nick lost a bit.
Yeah, I think it's definitely possible. I think it's just that some drivers, I think Blizzard might have struggled to get his hards up to temperature, and as he locked up a bit there, I think he might be struggling a bit on those hards, just getting them up to temperature so he can push on after Louis. He's dropped back a little bit now.
I've noticed there's quite a lot of Nick fans in the chat, so if you're there, hello. Just let us know, by the way, guys, who you're supporting in the comments or the stream chat. Who you want to win. That'll be lovely. And I think Lakita's going to try for the overcut. And so is Odems. Oh! I think that would have been a speeding penalty. Midnight's pitting, Mark's pitting, Wayne's staying out. But obviously, Wayne's on the hards. But I remember watching, I was commentating position earlier. I know I keep mentioning it, but that was because I was commentating earlier. There was one that was doing hard to medium strategy. Started last, ended up finished second. So it is doable, the hard to medium strategy. So Wayne is a person to keep an eye on for this race. If he can pull out good lap times and good gaps, he could potentially also be in contention for a podium. And he is always good at the alternate strategy, so we'll keep an eye on him. But meanwhile, I think Blizzard and Louis came out ahead of Paris and Odems. I think it's pretty much the same gap between Odems and Paris, I think. If not more.
I think Odems got held in the pits, maybe a little.
Yeah, it's unfortunate this game for people to get held up like that. But it happens. It happens. So on lap 13 of 33 now. So Louis, your net leader, followed by Blizzard, then Paris, then Odems, then Nick, then Lakitu. Matt will be pitting soon as well as Matt tried to get past Lewis. Oh, it's been a bad day for the Lewis. The Toro Rosso guys this season have not had a very good start to the season. I think Lewis is hoping that his new teammate next week gets some good results, because at the moment, I think they're near the bottom of the standings. Actually, Haas might be at the bottom of the standings due to Brettster's -4, but I don't think Toro Rosso is not that far behind. Oh, he's binned it again through turn 8.
Oh, no.
Oh, that is not where you want to bin it, my friend. And he's binned it, almost binned it again. He's got to be careful.
Damage.
Yeah, he's definitely got damage there. Oh, yeah. No, that's not good. That is not good. He'll definitely have to go into the pits for that one. If it wasn't for the fastest lap rule, he would have given up. But anyway.
Yeah, I think he'll definitely come in for the fastest lap. I feel bad for the guy. Obviously having to put in all that practice and then just having so much bad luck in the race. Got a feel for these guys when this happens to them. Such a shame on them.
Yeah, I've got a feel for some of the guys as well, in particular, because I know these guys for Prestige, they put a lot of time, not just for these leagues, but I know a lot of these other people racing other leagues as well. As Lewis has retired, I think he's retired in the pits. Which is what you're meant to do anyway. You're not meant to retire on tracks, otherwise you'll get a severe penalty. So Lewis has done the right thing there by retiring from the pits like he did. So that means no points for Toro Rosso today, as he's the only sole Toro Rosso car in this race today.
Let's see what's going on up the front.
Oh, it's Paris and Brettster going for it. But Brettster's on older tyres, so Paris managed to get past traffic. He almost got holed up there, and Odin's got to get past Brettster soon too. Because if I was Brettster, I would let them pass, because they are not on a similar strategy to you, and you will probably get held up yourself by trying to defend. As that was a bit of a save from Blizzard there. He lost the back end a little bit, but not quite that much. He saved it just in time, which was good.
Yeah, Blizzard 2.2 behind Lou now. I think he's finally dropped off. Lou showing just how quick he is on those hard tyres. He's now catching up to the back of SLR AJ, who's still a good 10 seconds behind Wayne, who's sitting in first at the moment. I think we could see Wayne later on come into play later on in the race on those fresh medium tyres, pushing up to the back of the leaders.
Yeah, I think so. I've got to agree with you there. I won't be surprised. But anyway.
Blizzard's picked up a penalty.
Oh, Blizzard. Blizzard getting a
he's just
time
pushed it.
penalty. And we've got
He's just pushed.
Louis has got past AJ, which is what he meant to do anyway. So that means he's going to have less traffic to deal with, which is what he wants to make sure he stays ahead of everyone else. He's built up quite a comfortable gap over Blizzard and Paris. So, but someone is saying in the chat, Louis is a hard tire merchant. Yes,
Yeah,
he is. Whenever he gets the hard strategy, mediums to hards, he excels. He absolutely excels. I've commentated on many times where he's done a hard strategy and he always wins. So, would he win tonight? We'll see. As I think I'm just going to see if there's any other battles going on midway through the field. We've got, oh Lord, look at this. Nick versus Lakitu versus Brett. So we've got Nick first going to challenge Brettster. Hopefully he can get past him soon because he wants to get catching up to Odems. Oh, Brettster defending. I don't think you want to be defending now. Oh, Nick almost made a mistake. Oh, we had a touch from who?
I don't know if it was a touch or maybe he's just lost the back end. I'm not too sure.
We do have a yellow flag in set to 1 though.
I'll have a quick look at that for you.
That might be the guys on the back. It might be probably Matt. I don't know.
I think it's Matt, yeah.
Here we go. I think Brettster's pulled away. Blizzard has got ahead of AJ, but again, that's traffic reasons. Nick really needs to get past Brettster now. He's got to, which he does. Ooh.
No. Nope, Brettster still keeping it going.
We seen that in Bahrain, didn't we? Where there was people fighting for position and they were on so much older tyres. It's just really, there's no point. You're not going to gain any time. You're actually going to lose time.
Yeah, I think these guys really do have a never say die attitude. No matter what, I think they just love the battle. Just love to just keep it in there and defend their position as much as they can. That's just the way they've always driven. It's just never give up. You just defend your position as much as you can.
That's just the way it is. Oh, that was close to being a touch from Nick and Brown. Oh my God. That was 3 wide into turn 10. That almost ended in tears. That almost ended in tears, Liam. Brett just needs to let go and make the move past. Let Nick and Lakitu go. Chapalili though. Oh, Brettster, he's lost it. He's gone.
Surely that'll be him in this lap, I think.
Oh, no, he's trying to go in now, Liam. Yep, he is going in now. He is frustrated with that. But I think Nick must be frustrated because he's lost time and Lakitu's right behind him.
Oh, Dem's is catching up to the back of AJ now. We've got 7 tenths to 6 tenths off of him now. AJ's still sticking on to the back of Paris, and Louis not really gaining that much on Wayne. I think he might be just saving ERS and a bit of fuel here.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Waiting out Wayne before he pit. I think he's just waiting him out a little bit, and then when he comes in, and Blizzard starts to catch up a little bit, and then he'll put the foot down again.
So we're pretty much halfway through this race already, pretty much. We're pretty much over halfway now. As Wayne is probably going to pit in the next few laps to go on to a set of the medium tyres. And don't forget the mediums are fresher. So that Wayne's able to get... Oh, Louis! I know Blizzard has got a penalty, so... But Paris doesn't. Paris does not have a penalty. So Paris, as it stands, could win this race. Put that into perspective. And AJ's in the pits then, so I don't think it will be that long before Wayne goes into the pits as well. For his stop, as Lakitu and Nick are having a battle. Sorry about this. But here we go. Lakitu gets around the outside, and there we go. Lakitu is up into 6th place. So, I think because Nick got hold up earlier on with Brettster, that cost him a little bit. And Lakitu was like, see you later. I'm having that position. Thank you very much. So, Lakitu having a very strong race so far. The person I wasn't expecting to be up there it's up there.
Yep, I think well, it depends really. I think that possibly Oldhams and Blizzard could be in communication with each other. I'm not too sure, to be honest. But if they are, I think they'll be telling each other, they'll be feeding each other information about their situations and what's going on with Louis. So if Oldhams knows that and Blizzard has a penalty, I think he'll be right up there to try and push onto the back of them and try and capitalise.
Yeah, I think so. Blizzard really needs to push now. He's dropped massively from Louis. And here we go. Wayne is going into the pit lane for his stop. So he's going to go on.
Keep an eye out when he comes out.
Yeah, it won't be that far out though. It actually won't be that far behind his teammate. Oh! Very close. Very close. We could see a move from Lakitu as well. He could gain another position, but don't forget, Wayne's on fresher tyres, so... And we have seen Chris in position being 5 seconds down and then able to catch up to Odems, so we could see a potential Wayne versus Odems moment pretty soon as well, which I hope we see that. I hope we see... I think what I'm liking about Wayne, he's been able to forget about his qualifying and challenge for great positions like this, and that is a component to being a contender for the title. That is why he's one of the contenders for the title so early on.
Yeah, I think if Wayne can get past the roadblocks of Odems and Paris, who are going to be a little bit slower on their harder tyres, then I think he could really push up onto the back of Blizzard and Louis and then cause them a few problems, and maybe if he's not that far behind Blizzard come the checkered flag, I think he might be able to steal the race win on penalties.
Yeah, we've seen in Spain before that in a previous season of World Hub Racing where races do get decided by penalties, and sometimes that's not the best way to do that. Oh, Liam, you left the session. I think we had a disconnect from Liam there. Liam, are you there? I will try and get him back. I don't know. I can't even invite him at the moment. I'll try and get him in the party, but hopefully if yeah, he's left. So I will get him in the party in a second, as Bretster has retired. So he is gone. He's had a troubled race and he's lost a bit of damage so far. So unfortunately, that's his race over. So as far as fastest laps are concerned at the moment, Louis inside the top 10 has got the fastest lap point, but it could be overshadowed by Wayne. And fastest lap for the bottom half at the moment goes to AJ. So don't forget, if you're outside the top 10, you get a point if you get fastest lap of the outside top 10 crew. If you get the fastest lap in the top 10, obviously do that, and that is what Wayne has proved to be. So at the moment, so I'll see if I can try and get Liam back for a minute, because there's not much going on at the moment. So if you just give me a moment. So I have invited him once again. So hopefully he can join back soon. He's got a fresh invite. He should be able to join off previous invites anyway, of his own party, because technically it is his own party. So meanwhile, I think Odems has caught up a little bit more to Paris as well. And we got Liam back.
Sorry about that. My Wi-Fi's just not the best these days.
That's
it does
fine.
this from time to time.
That's fine. Hopefully we'll try and get you back. Unfortunately, I could not invite you because
I can join for the party.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, I think because you invited me earlier, I can join back for the party.
Oh, yeah, you can, because you got a spare invite, haven't you? That's all right, then. That's fine. Anyway, continue with the race, then. Wayne is now 3.5 seconds behind Odems, then. But Nick is not that far behind from Lakitu, but I think he's dropped a little bit further back to just make the challenge. Two racing points are going at it at the moment. Midnight's going to get the outside from Shapalili, and he does it. No challenge there for Midnight, so Midnight having a good race so far. It's going to be really hard to decide driver of the day nominations at the moment. Just let me know when you join back, but at the moment I'll just continue updating on what's going on.
No problem.
As it is getting absolutely intense towards the end, and if you guys just join us, you join us at the right moment where we're going to see battles really start to intensify here. As Nick then, is he going to... No, he's not. I don't think he's going to challenge yet. He's just not... I think Lakita's a little bit too further back, and I think we've got the two racing points as well, using a lot more DRS as well. Gapped Wayne to Odems, 2.7 seconds. Don't forget feisty between Wayne and Odems. And Liam has joined, yay! But do you think Wayne can catch up to Odems on those mediums?
I definitely think he will catch up to Odems at some point in the next few laps, but whether or not he gets past without a fight, I don't know. I think Odems will definitely put quite a big fight.
Knowing Odems, he's a good battle and he has good defensives, like we've seen in Bahrain and a few other races as well.
Answer's gone. Nope, I'm just getting other notifications through for rejoining. Great.
I guess Samster sent you some invites. Good old Samster. He is the coordinator of this league, and even if he retires, he always makes sure the lobby runs smoothly. So props to Samster. You're amazing. Anyway, Odems now. He is 3/10 behind Paris. He's bumping up the ERS a little bit, but again, Paris just has that straight line speed, you know. I think his wing is so much more powerful. He can gain so much more speed on the straights, and I don't think Odems has that today, which has probably affected him. And I think the gap between Louis and Blizzard is not changing. And I think due to the fact Paris is so far behind Blizzard and Louis, I think, to be honest, the positions are really not going to change between the top two, because Blizzard and Louis are on the same penalties. But meanwhile,
here comes Odems.
Odems on Paris then. Is he going to go around the inside? Going side by side into turn one. Odems has really got to hold his line here. He's got to find a room in edgeway, but Paris defended that quite well with the switchback. Odems is going to try get into turn 4. Whoa! That is it's like what we see Louis and Blizzard try earlier on. But again...
and all this battles allowing Wayne to catch up as well.
Yeah, it's allowing Wayne to catch up quite a bit actually. 1.4 seconds. So if Odems doesn't get a move on, Wayne could get a slice of the podium party.
Looks like it. Is Odems finally going to be able to get past into turn 10?
No.
Nope.
He's backed off his ERS, I think, Liam.
Yeah. I think he might be resaving his ERS for a go down the main straight again.
He's got to. But he knows Paris gains so much more time on the straight. Would he better have done it in turns 9 and 10? I don't know. Or maybe he knows that Paris is good at defending around turns 9 and 10. We'll never know anyway. We never know what the drivers are thinking in their heads. But anyway, can Odems try once again on Paris then? He's going to take the inside line once again. Paris surely is going to defend from the inside. No! Odems gets the job done very nicely. Makes it easy. And he's up into P3. So at the moment it's a Red Bull 2-3. That means Wayne is around about 6/10. He's in DRS range of Paris. So, I wonder, I think it's not a question of if, it's a question of when he's going to get past these two. Because he's on fresher tyres, and he's going to have more grip towards the end of it. The hards will start to die off soon.
Yeah, I definitely think I could see Wayne getting past in the next couple of laps, maybe this lap. I don't know, if Odems can pull a big enough gap to Paris behind, and Wayne's able to just stick that little bit closer to Paris than Paris can to Odems, I think. Even with DRS, I think Wayne could have Paris in the main straight, possibly.
Yeah, I think so as well. It is a potential to be that. And Wayne has got to think on his feet. He doesn't want to have any issues. We've seen that happen to Lawrence in Precision. We don't want to see that happen in Prestige. But Prestige are clean drivers. Obviously, they're the top tier. Wayne, I think Paris tried to... No, he's not close enough. I think Paris was trying to get rid of the slipstream, but that didn't work. But I think Wayne's going to have another go on the main straight into turn 9 and 10 soon. It'll be no doubt about it.
Yeah, no doubts about it. He's close enough, I think. If Paris doesn't get the best of runs out of these next few corners, Wayne will be all over his rear end, as Paris locked up going into that corner. As he comes turn 6, he's going to come into turn 7 and 8.
Yeah, well, I think so. He's going to catch up pretty soon as well. As no, he's a bit too further back again, Liam. He's not going to do it yet. But I think either one of them might have broke a bit too late, so that's helped Wayne off massively. Wayne out, I mean, not Wayne off. What am I saying? You can tell I was meant to have a night off tonight, but I've ended up doing 2 commentaries instead. But it's been good races so far. It hasn't been any bad races, which is good. It's been very entertaining. And 9 temps now, Wayne is off his personal best so far. He's set the fastest lap so far in the top 10, I believe. Yes. And AJ set the fastest lap so far outside the top 10. As let me just get the gaps up again. There we go. Midnight close to Nick. We've got a best of the rest battle between Lakitu, Nick, and Midnight. Midnight is having a good race as well, but I think the question is, due to the fact they're on similar tyre length, do you think Lakitu could hold on due to the fact that he's on newer tyres?
I definitely think he'll be able to hold on for a little while. I think Lakitu could definitely hold on for the next few laps if he's able to keep a big enough gap to the car behind going onto the main straight, and just give the car behind will be affected pretty badly by the dirty air through some of these fast corners and tight corners.
Especially this corner around 10, 11 and 12, surely. Like, you could get a lot of dirty air there. Oh, and Midnight's just experienced it. He's binned it in turn 12, 13. I think that was a mistake of his there.
Lakitu's binned it coming out of the last corner almost.
He almost binned it. That means Nick is going to have a challenge behind him. But Wayne and Paris are going to go too, and Wayne's got ahead of him. But meanwhile, battle for 6th then. Nick gets the job done. There was too many battles that were going on, a space for a couple of corners. Wayne gets past Paris. Nick gets past Lakitu. So Wayne did what he needed to do. Nick did what he needed to do. And that is Wayne up into 4th place.
Yeah, Wayne's now on the hunt for Odems, it looks like. So we'll see how this pans out over the next couple of laps as Wayne slowly reels them in closer and closer. But Paris is sticking in there. So don't be too surprised if Paris has another go at Wayne here on turns 9 and 10. Because it certainly looks like he's a little close, just about close enough. Maybe.
Very close. We'll see what happens as... It is not over to checkered flag falls. You only get your position that you gained if you stay there at the end of the race. If you lose it, then that's it. That's game over. So, and you can tell from Wayne that the podium is still in sight for the Mercedes driver so far.
Those fresh mediums are going to do him quite a big help against Odems on more hards.
Yeah, I think Wayne has watched the other tiers and realised that the hards to mediums does work out quite well, and it seems to be working out very well for Wayne. As Lakitu has got back past Nick again into turn 1. Lakitu, though, has got a penalty. He almost lost it again into turn 3.
Gonna have to keep an eye on these two, on Lakitu and Nick, and also on Wayne and Odems, because Wayne is now within DRS of Odems. But no, not just yet anyways, just outside of the DRS.
Yeah, I think they're just out the DRS as well. So,
Wayne
Wayne's
picked
got
up
a penalty. Paris hasn't, so at the moment, Paris will be ahead of him. So Wayne really needs to get past Odems ASAP so he can pull away and not be affected by that penalty. Otherwise, the hard work he has done is all for nothing.
Yeah, what a be shame to see Wayne's charged through the field ruined by a penalty. I'd love to see the guy on the podium after a little bit of a disappointment in quali, but to see how well he's came through the field today, I think he's definitely a contender for driver of the day.
I would have to agree so as well. I think we're going to get a fight on our hands on whom we think should get driver of the day. But Wayne is, I think at the moment, unless Wayne has a moment, Wayne is definitely in contention. He's had a few driver of the day so far this season, and this won't be his first nomination. So he is whacking it up already this season, which is good to see from a very talented driver that I've grown to watch and love his racecraft. So, and he just manages his tyres very well and just keeps it in all the right places when he needs to, really, which is very important.
Yeah, that's basically what you need from the ideal thing for a driver is to just be able to keep himself calm and composed and just be able to push the car to the limits and not be able to go beyond that limit too far over the limit and over the edge. He's just able to keep that car on the perfect edge of basically. He's gonna. Well,
Wayne's got a good one actually. Is he going to try on Odems into the inside of turn 1? He's going to go for it. And he has to work for it though. I thought he was going to make the move easy then. And I think Odems gets a better run around the outside in turn 2 than Toach in turn 3. We've got Paris as well. Paris, I think can stay put as well. Because you'll get P3 if things stay like this.
I don't think Odems has a penalty. I think he'll get P4.
I swear Odems has a penalty.
Yeah, Odems has a penalty as well, my mistake.
And Blizzard just got another penalty. So, Blizzard, 6 seconds. So, Wayne could get P2. Saying as it is, as long as Wayne doesn't lose that many other positions, Wayne can get P2. Actually, no, he can't because he got a penalty. Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah. Excuse me,
Wait a minute.
Oh, look at
Paris could technically get P2 then, possibly. If these guys get a little bit closer to Blizzard, I could see Paris in P2.
This is a race that has pretty much tipped on his head in terms of penalties. You did say that earlier, and I wasn't wrong. As Paris then, what is he going to do? We're on the final lap now. It is crunch time for these drivers. Odems is going to have a go at Wayne. Odems gets the outside, well, whatever, outside or inside, I don't know, but he gets moved anyway. But unfortunately, the camera didn't do it justice, which was very annoying, but he just gets the move done, and he's up into P3. But Wayne's going to lose another position. His hard work is going to be undone, which is a shame. He's won! No. He's lost it. His hard work has definitely come undone now. And he's retired. He's out. He's given up. Oh no. I think we've jinxed him so hard, and I feel so bad for that. But
actually, no, I don't think Paris is close enough.
No, I don't think
to get that second place unless Odems picks up the pace.
Here we go.
Or backs him up.
Louis is going to come across the line now. He knows his feeling of winning a race. And it's just no stopping him in this season. He has won another race. He won the Spanish Grand Prix. How's that going to affect penalties? Who's going to get P2? Blizzard is on track P2. Odems on track P3. Can Paris jump both of them? He jumps Odems.
Not quite.
I think
9/10 to Blizzard.
Oh, he jumps Odems though. So Odems gets P4. Paris P3. Nick
P5.
Mark SB P6. The Keto P7, and then we've got Midnight and Shapalili going to come across the line. and they're going to finish P8 and P9. I do believe Wayne still, because AJ and Matt are a lap down, Wayne is going to be finishing P10 anyway. So
I don't know, I think because Wayne's retired, I don't think he'll get the point, I'm not sure.
But you'll still get a point for fastest. No, he won't. Oh, actually, I'll check
He
fastest
won't.
lap. I'll check fastest lap point for both top 10 and outside top 10.
Okay.
But if I was Wayne, I would be gutted. I would be, and we got a Brendan Lee on the podium in the McLaren. Lovely. So Louis wins yet again. He was faultless all race, wasn't he?
Yeah, perfect drive from Louis from start to finish. Absolutely superb drive. Contender for drive of the day for you?
Oh, it's gonna be a toughie. If Wayne didn't retire, I would have picked him, but that's out of the question. I'll have to wait to get. We'll go through the results first, and then we'll decide our driver of the day. So we got Louis, who wins, Blizzard second, Paris third, Odem's fourth, Nick fifth, Mark SB from 16th to 6th. And we got Lakitu 7th, Midnight 8th, Chapelini 9th, and Wayne 10th. Now, I'm thinking, does Mark have any penalties? I haven't seen much battles from Mark, actually.
No penalties from Mark SB.
I don't know. I haven't seen much of him, but he kept it out of control. No, he kept it in control and avoided battles. So I think first driver of the day has got to be Mark SB. And then I think second, Louis.
Yeah, Louis, I'd say.
So
Stole my pick for Mark SB. I was going to say him. If you picked Wayne, I would have said Mark SB, but yeah, I think Louis is definitely a good contender because he drove an absolutely basically a perfect race from start to finish.
Yeah, so your drivers of the day for nominations for Prestige are Mark SB and Louis. You can vote on the poll. That is it for the Prestige tier, and that is all for One Hub Racing tonight. I'm going to have a lie down because I am shattered. But, it's been a fun night, to be honest. Glad you guys stuck around, and hopefully Alex recovers better soon so he can join us. Join you, as in join the audience next week for the Monaco Grand Prix, which I'm sure is gonna be a race of attrition, damage limitation for some of these drivers. Survival, I think, is gonna be the key here, and we're looking forward to see what happens there. And
expect some fireworks for Monaco.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I know I've commentated on a race with Louis in Monaco, and I expect to see big things for him in Monaco as well. So watch out for him. Watch out for Blizzard. Blizzard is on a comeback charge. He's back to form. And also watch out for Paris too, Odems. And Wayne, what could he do after his unfortunate result tonight? IBGS Games 95, thank you, Liam, for joining us so last minute. You've been a lifesaver.
It's alright, that's what I'm here for. No problem at all.
And One Hub will see you next week for the Monaco Grand Prix. Have a good rest of your evening, guys, and safe travels and good night.